Hi, welcome to First Things First. I'm Tom Iselin, and this is the show where you learn how to build a thriving nonprofit and live inspired. This is part 2 of my discussion on the Super 6, a fundraising hack that will keep you focused on the bigger picture of what influences a donor to give. If you missed part 1, just click on the link here. As you recall, there are dozens of factors, reasons, and motives that influence a donor's decision to give when selecting a nonprofit to support. However, I've learned that 6 of these factors consistently stand head and shoulders above the rest. And the higher a donor emotionally and mentally rates a nonprofit on these 6 factors alone will greatly increase the likelihood they will make a gift. Now here's a quick review of the Super 6. Number 1, issues they care about. Number 2, missions they believe in. Number 3, organizations they trust. Number 4, people they like. 5, first-rate performance and impact. And 6, outstanding donor relations and customer service. Remember, you should always be thinking about how your donors are rating you in each of the Super 6 categories, and you should always be trying to find ways to improve your Super 6 score. Okay, let's continue where we left off in part 1. Number 4, people they like. People like to do business with people they like. If you want to win the generosity of donors, you need to be personable and develop friendly, professional relationships with donors. Spend time with donors in person. Get to know them as you would a neighbor or a coworker. Learn about their interests and families. For smaller donors, spend time with them on social media. You can have the highest performing programming in your sector, but your fundraising efforts will flop if the people you have asking for money are dull, grumpy, rude, or unreliable. Or worse yet, you force or coerce people to ask for money. The people you choose to raise money will have a direct impact on your nonprofit's ability to raise money and build an outstanding fundraising program. So choose wisely. Forget about age and business background. Select people who want to raise money. Select people who are passionate, personable, interesting, and reliable. Number 5, first-rate performance and impact. Donors have choices and they like to pick winners. They want to know that their social investments are making a difference. Why should they choose you? What are you doing to prove to donors that you're a high-performance nonprofit worthy of their support? The nonprofit world is fiercely competitive. To win the loyalty of donors, you need to show them on a regular basis and in a compelling fashion the short-term and long-term impact your work is having on the people you serve, your community, and the issue you're addressing. Show donors that you have effective management, use funds wisely, and run organized programs. Show them that you have engaged board members, competent staff, and a strong brand. Show them the lives you're changing, and show them you have an inspiring vision and a sound plan to achieve it. Remember, it's more impressive to show how deep you are than how big you are or how fast you're growing. Number 6, outstanding donor relations and customer service. One of the leading reasons why donors make a second gift is based on how they were treated after they made their first gift. If you want to acquire and retain more donors, institute a systematic process to nurture relationships with donors from the time you meet them to the time they stop donating, and sometimes longer, regardless of their level of giving. For major donors, set up a process to talk with them on the phone, meet them for coffee or lunch, or invite them to a special event. For smaller donors, it may be good enough to nurture relationships through email, text messages, and social media. For all your donors, invite them to outreach events and galas. Keep them informed, involve them in volunteer work, and do the little things that make them feel valued, appreciated, and happy. Whatever you do to nurture relationships with donors, make sure it's consistent, meaningful, and personalized. Remember, if your touch with donors grows cold, their gifts will grow cold too. It's also important to keep in mind your nonprofit is in the customer service business. Think of your donors as customers. They pay you to deliver programs and services, and they expect to be treated with respect and gratitude for supporting you. Each time a donor calls your office, requests information, or bumps into you in the street, they are giving you a customer service rating score. What customer rating score would your donors give you? What customer rating score would the donors give your nonprofit? If you want to win the loyalty of donors, show them you care. Greet them warmly, respond to requests promptly, and keep them informed. And always go the extra mile. Okay, wrapping up here. Remember, you should always be thinking about how your donors are rating you in each of the Super 6 categories, and you should always be trying to find ways to improve your Super 6 score. If you can do that, you'll win the hearts and minds and pocketbooks of more donors with less effort. And that is a good thing, right? Well, that's it for today. Thanks again for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed, do so now. There's lots more videos coming your way. And remember, keep fueling your passion and giving back, because the world needs more people like you to make it a better place. Have an outstanding day. Hey, welcome to First Things First. We're on location here at the Vintage. Tennis going on. John Isner playing. Justin Gimmelstop. Give him a good pan over there. Back. Thanks for tuning in the show. We'll see you next week. And remember, do what's right for your nonprofit, not what's convenient or easy. We'll see you next week.